Imagine walking through the ruins of an ancient city, its stones silent, yet whispering secrets of forgotten ages. You see crumbling temples, weathered statues, and fragments of once great civilizations. But then, hidden among the dust of centuries, you discover something that should not exist. Not a weapon, not a jewel, but a machine, a device so intricate and advanced that it looks as though it belongs to our modern age. A machine from a world that should have been primitive, a world that, according to history, had no business building such wonders. Yet it is real, and it is only one of many. These are the mysteries of ancient technology, inventions that seem centuries or even millennia ahead of their time. Objects that challenge the very story of human progress we have been taught. Tonight, we step into the shadows of the past and ask the question, did our ancestors know more than we think, or have entire chapters of history been lost to time? The story begins in 1901, when sponge divers exploring the waters of the small Greek island of Antikythera stumbled upon the wreck of a Roman ship. Among statues and treasures pulled from the depths was a strange lump of bronze and wood, corroded and fused by centuries underwater. At first, it looked like nothing but debris, but when scientists examined it decades later, they were astonished. Inside were dozens of gears, wheels, and inscriptions. This was no ordinary artifact, was a machine. Today we call it the Antikythera Mechanism. Built around 100 BCE, this ancient computer could track the movements of the sun and moon, predict eclipses, and possibly even calculate the cycles of the Olympic Games. It was so precise that nothing like it would appear again for more than 1,000 years. Who built such a marvel, and how did they possess such advanced knowledge of astronomy and mechanics? Was it truly the genius of a handful of Greek engineers, or was it a remnant of an even older, more advanced tradition now lost to history? This is not the only enigma. Thousands of miles away, in the deserts of Mesopotamia, archaeologists uncovered clay jars sealed with bitumen. Inside were copper cylinders and iron rods. To the untrained eye, they looked simple enough, but when modern researchers experimented, they found that filling the jars with vinegar or grape juice produced a small but unmistakable electric charge. These so-called Baghdad Batteries date back over 2,000 years. Mainstream scholars suggest they might have been used for storing scrolls or religious rituals, but others argue they were primitive batteries. If true, this discovery rewrites our understanding of ancient science. What could early people have used electricity for? Some believe it may have powered simple electroplating to coat objects in precious metals. Others suggest it could have been part of religious ceremonies designed to shock worshippers into believing they were witnessing divine power. Imagine standing in a temple where a priest commands invisible forces to light up an object or deliver a jolt of energy. Centuries before modern electricity was harnessed. From the deserts, we travel to the mountains of South America, where the Inca left behind stonework so baffling it continues to defy explanation. Their walls, built from massive blocks of stone weighing dozens if not hundreds of tons, fit together with such precision that no blade of grass can slip between them. These stones were quarried miles away and somehow transported without wheels, iron tools, or cranes. How did the Inca accomplish such feats? Some legends speak of a mysterious liquid that could soften stone, allowing it to be molded like clay before hardening again. Scientists have searched for evidence of such a chemical, but no proof has ever been found. Still, the perfection of the stonework continues to raise questions. Could the Inca have possessed a lost technology of material science that has slipped through the cracks of history? Far to the east, in India, ancient texts speak of wonders that sound less like myths and more like futuristic visions. The Vedas describe flying machines called vimanas, capable of soaring across the skies. Powered by engines described in ways that resemble modern propulsion. To most, these are tales of mythology, but some researchers suggest they may be echoes of actual technology remembered as stories after it was lost. India also holds architectural marvels like the Kailasa temple at Ellora, carved from a single massive rock. Not built up stone by stone, but excavated downward, as if the builders had tools capable of cutting through rock with ease. Mainstream archaeology attributes this to generations of labor with chisels and hammers. But the sheer scale and precision beg the question: did the ancients possess techniques or tools we no longer understand? Then there are the Nazca Lines of Peru-colossal geoglyphs stretching across the desert floor, depicting animals, spirals, and straight lines that run for miles. What makes them truly mysterious is that they can only be fully appreciated from the sky. Why would a people with no known flying machines design their works to be seen only from above? Some believe the lines were messages to the gods, astronomical calendars, or ritual pathways. But others dare to suggest that the Nazca might have known something about flight. Theories range from hot air balloons to lost technologies, though no evidence has yet proven such claims. Still, the thought lingers: were these ancient artworks meant for human eyes or for something watching from the skies? And then there is the Piri race map, drawn in 1513 by an Ottoman admiral. At first glance, it is a typical map of the world, but closer inspection reveals something unsettling. It shows the coastlines of South America with startling accuracy, including regions not officially charted until centuries later. Even more astonishing, it seems to depict the coast of Antarctica without its covering of ice. Modern science tells us Antarctica has been frozen for thousands of years, so how could a 16th century mapmaker know its shape? Piri Reis himself claimed his work was based on much older sources, maps passed down through generations. Could these maps trace back to civilizations that sailed the seas long before recorded history? In Egypt, the Great Pyramid of Giza rises as another mystery. Its alignment with the cardinal directions is nearly perfect. Its construction so precise that even today we cannot fully explain how it was built. Theories abound, from ramps to advanced surveying techniques, yet none fully account for the accuracy and sheer scale. Some researchers suggest the pyramid was more than a tomb, that it may have been an energy machine, harnessing vibrations of the earth itself. While this idea is controversial and dismissed by many Egyptologists, the mystery remains. The pyramid is not simply a pile of stones. It is a masterpiece of design, geometry, and astronomical knowledge. China, too, offers a glimpse into ancient ingenuity. In the year 132 CE, the scholar Zhong Heng built what is considered the world's first seismograph. This bronze vessel, decorated with dragon heads, could detect earthquakes hundreds of miles away. When a tremor occurred, a pendulum inside shifted, causing a ball to fall from the mouth of a dragon into the open beak of a toad, pointing in the direction of the quake. For a time supposedly lacking in sophisticated engineering, this invention stands out as a marvel. How did Zhong Heng create such a device with the tools of his age, and what other knowledge might have been lost with him? In Iraq's deserts, archaeologists discovered strange pieces of glass, smooth and fused as though exposed to extreme heat. Natural explanations include lightning strikes or meteor impacts, but some researchers whisper of another possibility: ancient weapons capable of producing destruction on a scale we associate with nuclear blasts. While no conclusive evidence supports this, the very existence of such melted glass raises unsettling questions about what forces ancient people may have witnessed or even unleashed. Across the world, more anomalies emerge. The Iron Pillar of Delhi, standing for over 1,600 years, resists rust despite being exposed to the elements, thanks to a metallurgical process still not fully understood. The crystal skulls of Mesoamerica, carved with incredible precision, defy explanation considering the tools available to their makers. The Shroud of Turin, though religious in nature, presents technological mysteries in the way the image was imprinted. Each of these artifacts is like a fragment of a larger puzzle, suggesting knowledge that vanished or was deliberately hidden. All of this leads us to an unsettling possibility. Perhaps history is not a straight line of progress from primitive to advanced, but a cycle. Civilizations may have risen, reached heights of knowledge and technology, and then fallen into ruin, leaving only fragments behind. The Antikythera Mechanism, the Baghdad Batteries, the Nazca Lines, the Piri race map, the pyramids, the Viminazole could be echoes of these forgotten ages. And if that is true, what else remains buried beneath sand, sea, and stone, waiting to be discovered? If you find yourself captivated by these mysteries, if you believe, as I do, that history is far stranger than what we were taught in school, then I invite you to be part of this journey. Like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Mysteries of Time so you never miss our explorations into the secrets of the past. Each artifact, each legend, each enigma brings us closer to understanding a hidden history that has been obscured for centuries, and your support helps us uncover more. So, as we close tonight's journey, consider this. What if we are not the first advanced civilization on Earth? What if we are simply the latest in a long cycle destined to rise and fall like those before us? Our world may seem modern, but one day, thousands of years from now, what will remain of us? Will future explorers find fragments of our technology and wonder how we achieved such things? The past, it seems, is not as far behind us as we think, and the mysteries of time are far from solved. Stay with us because in our next exploration we uncover one of the greatest secrets of all the lost. Library of Alexandria, a treasure of knowledge that might have held the answers to many of these mysteries, burned and buried forever. Could it have contained the blueprints of ancient machines, maps of forgotten worlds, or even records of civilizations erased from history? Join us, and together we will continue to ask the questions that keep the past alive. Until then, remember this: history hides more than it reveals, and only by seeking can we begin to understand what has truly been lost.